Hello everyone, welcome to HBN Infotech Tutorials. In this tutorial, I will teach you how to draw a ruler or a measuring scale in Microsoft Word. This ruler is transparent and it can be used to measure things like geometrical shapes in Microsoft Word. Before we start, there are two settings to be made. First, save the file in compatibility mode if you are using Word 2010 or higher version. Then set the units of measure to centimeter. Once you are done with the settings, go to the Insert tab, Shapes, take the line and draw a vertical line for 1 centimeter. While drawing the line, hold down your Shift key to maintain straightness. So now type 1 centimeter for the height and press the Enter key. Now you can duplicate this line by pressing Ctrl D on your keyboard, or you can also hold down your Control button on your keyboard and click and drag. So now what you have to do is you have to duplicate this and set the size as 0.4 centimeter for the second copy. Now duplicate the second copy 3 more times. Now duplicate it again. Now this time change the height of this line to 0.6 centimeter. Now duplicate that line again. Change the height to 0.4 centimeter. And duplicate it 3 more times, and finally the last line should be changed to 1 centimeter height. Now go to the Home tab, select Objects, select all the lines by drawing a selection box around it, then go to the Format, click on Align and click on Align Top. Make sure that Align Selected Objects is selected. This is selected by default. Now you can group this. Go to the group and click on Group. Now change the overall width to 1 centimeter. This action would create an exact 1 centimeter ruler. Now you will need to copy this, duplicate this, and then ungroup the duplicate copy by going to the Format, Group and Ungroup. Now delete the first line of this copy to avoid overlapping. Now you can group this again. Now select everything, go to the Format and Group. Now create an horizontal line. Make sure that you are creating an horizontal line below these two objects. Now set the width of this horizontal line to 2 centimeter. Now select this line and this first one and then align it left and then group it. Now hold down your Shift key and select the second group and then align and align right. And then you can align top. So this would create a exact 2 centimeter ruler. Now you can click on this line and ungroup it. And then you can delete this. Now you can select everything, group it together, and then duplicate it. Then ungroup it, delete the first line, and then regroup it. Now create a line for 4 centimeter Now select the first item and this horizontal line and align left, and then group it. Then hold on the shift key and select the second item and then align right, then align top. Now delete this line. First you will need to ungroup it and then select this line and delete it. Now select all objects again, then group it. Now you can duplicate this again, ungroup it. See, you might have to ungroup it until the ungroup option is disabled. So now we don't see ungroup option here. Now delete the first line here and then select objects and regroup it. Now this time you will need to create an 8 cm line. Now draw a line for 8 cm. Then select the first item and this horizontal line, both, align left and then group it together, and then select the other item by holding the shift key, align right and then align top. Now ungroup and delete this line. Now select everything, group all objects, duplicate this, and then ungroup this, ungroup until ungroup option is disabled. Delete the first line and then regroup it. Now this time create a line for 16 cm. Select this line and this first item, align left and then group, and then hold on your shift key and select the other item, then align right and align top. Now you can deselect, ungroup and delete the horizontal line. Now you can delete this horizontal line. Now since I am going to create the scale for 17 cm, we will need to create 1 cm extra ruler. So what you can do is you can go to the select objects, zoom this, carefully select this much. So I am only selecting, I think you will need to ungroup it first. Sorry, ungroup everything until you don't see the ungroup option enabled. Now you can select only this much till here, don't select till here, only select till here, and then you can group this and then make a copy of this. Now I'll zoom back. Now group these lines as well, select objects, select these lines and group this. Now we have two groups, one is this one and other one is this one, two groups. So now create a line for 17 cm. Make sure that you create a line below these items. So 17 cm. Now select this line and the first group and then align left, then group it. Now hold on your shift key and select the other group, align right and align top. Now you can click away and delete this line. Ungroup it and delete this line. Now at this stage you should have created a 17 centimeter exact size ruler. Now group all the objects. First select everything, go to the format, click on group and click on group again. Now go to the insert, shapes, rectangle and draw a rectangle for let's say the height is 0.4 centimeter and the width is 19 centimeter. Remove the fill, set no fill. Now create another rectangle and this time set the height for 0.7 centimeter and width for 19 centimeter. Again remove the shape fill. Now select all the three items and then align top and align center or left, anything. Align center. Now you can group them together. Now create a rectangle for the height of 0.6 centimeter and the width for 1 centimeter. Now click away and go to the insert, word art and this word art. See, this is classic word art and if you have saved in compatibility mode you will get this. Select the first one and here you can enter 2 digits. The 2 digits can be anything like this. I would prefer setting this to Arial font and then I'll just click on OK. Now wrap text and click on in front of text. Now for the shape fill, select black color or the color of your choice. Now what you can do is you can make one more copy and one more copy. I prefer 3 copies. For the first copy I'll go to the edit text and enter a single digit and click on OK. Now let us say it is 0 and now I'll set the width of this to 0.2 centimeter and height as 0.4 centimeter. Now I'll select this 0 and this rectangle and align center and align middle. Now I'll group them together, but before grouping I would prefer removing the fill color of this rectangle. I'll just click on this, shape fill and no fill. Now before grouping it I will also make one more copy of the rectangle, 2 more copies. Now I'll select these 2 and then group it. Now select the other word art copy and then this time I'll go to the format, edit and type 1 and click on OK. So the width this time I'll set it for 0.15 and the height for 0.4. Now I'll group these 2 things together and I'll select align center and align middle and then group it. Now what you have to do is you will need to place this exactly on this line. Since there is an option called snap objects to other objects, this would snap exactly on the line. See, this is the option. By default it will be selected. Now when you copy this, see, now I'll prefer copying this 0 and I'll try to keep this exactly on the line like this. So we will need to make copies say 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, 8 and 9. For the 10th one we will use 2 digits. So now I'll select this one and then I'll set the height for width for 0.4 and height also for 0.4. Now I'll group these two things together, align center and align middle and group. Now we can place it on this line. Now duplicate this. So this was 9th one and this is 10 and 11 and 12 and 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So we have totally 18 copies. Now I'll ungroup everything, format, ungroup everything until the ungroup is disabled. Now you can press the escape key and select each and every word art, go to the format, edit text and change the value. Now group all these items together. Now you can select these two groups and align it to the center. Now carefully move this and until you touch this line over here. So while moving you can hold on the shift key to move it straight. Now you can ungroup this until the ungroup option is disabled, and now carefully delete all the rectangles. We had to do this exercise in order to align this number and this line at exact place. Now to create the ruler for the inches, first change the units of measure to inches. Now create a line for 0.5 inches. Now make duplicates of these lines at this line. Since 1 inch has 16 units, you will have to make 17 duplicate lines. So I'll press Ctrl D. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So now change the height of the second line to 0.2 inches and the third one to 0.3 inches. Now from here every alternate lines will be 0.2 and 0.3 inches. So one is 0.2 and the other one will be 0.3. Now select all the lines. Now this time you will need to align it to the bottom like this and then group it. Now set the width to 1 inch. So this will create a perfect exact size, exact 1 inch ruler. Now duplicate this, ungroup it and then delete the first line to avoid overlapping. Now group this, regroup it. Now create a line. Now this time you will need to create a line at the top of these two items. So now change the width to 2 inches. Now select the first group and this line and align left and then group it. Now hold the shift key and click on the other one and align right and align bottom. Now deselect, ungroup it and delete the line. Now select everything, group them together, duplicate and then ungroup until the ungroup option is disabled and then delete the first line and regroup. Now create a line for 4 inches. Now select this one and this one, align left and then group and select these two and then align right and align bottom. Now click away, ungroup and delete this line. Now select everything and group. Now make a duplicate copy of this. Now this time since we are going to create a 7-inch ruler, we will need to delete 1 inch from this. So you can ungroup this, ungroup until the ungroup option is disabled and carefully delete 1 inch, also this line, including this line. Now you can group this. Now okay, now create a line for 7 inches. Make sure that you are creating the line above these two objects. Now align these two to the left and group it. Then align these two to the right and bottom. Align right and align bottom. Now click away, select this line and ungroup, and delete this line. Now select everything and group it. Now create a rectangle and set the height for 0.2 inches. Now change the units of measure back to centimeter. Now change the width of this rectangle to 19 centimeter. Now align these two to the bottom center. Align center and align bottom. You can remove the fill color of this by going to Format, Shape Fill and No Fill. Now group these two items together. Now select these items and group them together. Then insert a rectangle for the height of 5 centimeter and the width of 19 centimeter. Now remove the fill. Now select these two items and then align center and align top. Then group it together. Now select these two items and then align center and align bottom, and then group everything. Now create one more rectangle for the height of 1.5 centimeter and width of 19 centimeter. Now select everything and align center and align middle. Now you can group everything. Later you can place the text on this using the word art, like say the non-commercial and the brand name. Dear viewers, you can download the PNG file of this ruler on my website. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. I will see you all in my next video with another awesome content. Until then, it's bye from hbninfotech.com.